like I said, the thing about the Vietnam War was basically I did not okay the Vietnam War. I did not sanction it. I didn't have any troops. The troops were supposed to stay in the town and the town alone. I had one little colony that was Vietnam or whatever at the very tip, and I was having a train track being built all the way down from some of my Chinese or basically up in China factories, and they were building it down around the edge, basically to the city of Vietnam. And there's also a road or a freeway that was supposed to go down there, basically. America was building one side basically, and China was building the other side, or something like that. You know, and basically it was pretty much one of my. It was actually a England or basically British colony that was originally there, and basically they were becoming American because I was America, blah blah blah, and it was my colony. So basically, Vietnam, the city of Vietnam, was mine because of the fact that I was at one point in time Britain or whatever. Anyway, so basically it was one of my old colonies, and so basically it was turning into America, as basically it was mine. So anyway, and I had a line right there, the demilitarized zone, the line, and basically the end part or the city was mine, basically in America, pretty much, and then the rest was China. Anyway, at some point in time, they got me to grant a 10-mile, basically up into the country. I believe at the same time that basically, or basically because I don't know, they had already advanced up that way anyway, or something like that. Anyway, like I said, there was this huge war, and they were all the way into the middle of China, basically, and fighting Chinese all the way, going all the way up into China, basically. And I was not sanctioning the war in China. Anyway, defense of anyway, Japan was actually my little island, blah blah blah. So that was my island, and that was different. But going up into China was not okay, and like I said, they're basically going up in there expecting to basically kill me or basically get me to okay it. But like I said, I never did, and I didn't. And in fact, I told them to withdraw from China because they did not belong there. So anyway, it gets all complicated, and everybody's like, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, fucking idiots. Anyway, basically Nixon or JFK or some other people basically expected to have me killed, so I would never actually make these messages, so you would never have known that I was president or whatever, or the name of America. And the American troops are actually my troops. So they were actually, some soldiers were going up into China expecting to attack China, win over China, own China, blah, 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 and basically then get me to okay it or kill me. But that never worked out for them. So, and besides, because Russia, I think I did a deal or something. Russia and China worked together to push what was America back into what's called, as basically Russia looked at it as well. They're going to come into us eventually, and basically, like I said, I actually own Russia, and someone might have expected me to use Russia to basically crush China, but why would I do that? So I didn't do that, and I in fact actually pushed America or the invading force out of China or something like that. I think Russia was supplying China with weapons, I don't really know, or something like that. Anyway, because the Asians had a right to defend their country. So anyway, and that's where Nixon and everybody else ran into the ground. So whatever, I don't really know. They would say politics. Anyway, it's not politics. Those are my soldiers. Those are my tanks. Those are my men. That really would rather have been at home, I'm sure. Well, unless they like killing people and like dying. Like I said, the Chinese and the Russians were a formidable army. Anyway, whatever. Like I said, I didn't sanction the attack on China. So they had to pull out at some point. Whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Go ask Nixon about it, or JFK, or some stupid congressman in the Senate. Hey, whatever. Oh well. Like I said, they were trying to have me killed by the time I was 9, or 10, or 12. So I'd just be a dirty little secret. So anyway, but that's why they were saying in the movie, stealing candy from a baby. I'm not a baby, I'm your creator. Get over it. I'm the person who named your country. Anyway, those were American tanks basically attacking China or something like that. And I said no. I said pull your ass out. So basically I ended the war with China and Vietnam. I don't know what they were doing in China anyway. Supposedly spreading democracy all over her backside. Basically. Anyway, I didn't know about it, and they actually were withholding the war in Vietnam or the war in China. Basically, the war was raging for over 2 years before they ever told the public or let anything appear in newspapers. People were dying for 2 years. Like I said, they were actually getting people to offering enlistment bonuses and all kinds of stuff to try and increase the numbers of the military because they weren't posting losses. So the original military force was already dead, and they were just getting new recruits to go up in there and fight the war, and they were running out of people. Technically, it was actually a trick that the Congress was doing to eliminate to deplete America of its men or something like that. I don't know. Ask Richard Nixon about it. Well, the United States Congress is what they're doing. Lots of bad stuff, basically. Anyway, Rodney and blah, 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 blah. I don't really know. Like I said, I wasn't there. I had nothing to do with it. Technically, I was on the Russian and Chinese side back then. So, or something like that. I don't really know. So, I don't really care. Yeah, Lucifer Star. That's my original name. So, anyway, good luck with all that. Blah, 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 blah. Rodney and Rosalie and a whole bunch of other people covering their ass. Well, basically, oh, I'm covering. Trying to say that I was covering my ass. I wasn't covering my ass. I don't care. It's the truth. Like I said, you can drug me, you can polygraph me. Won't make any difference. It's the truth. The God's honest truth, man. Lucifer Star is honest truth anyway. So, best as I know. Anyway, inventor of flight and the jet engine, so that's the theory of it. I'm a theorist. Whatever. Well, like I said, like Ricky Ricardo would say, you got some explaining to do. They used to call me Lucy. Lucifer. They call it, my name is Lucifer. Like I said, they used to call me Lucy for short. And I was like, my name's not Lucy. Lucifer. That was my pet name. People had a pet name for me, Lucifer. Lucifer. Because it's Lucifer. So anyway, like I said, I basically helped build Colombia. Like I said, the theaters in Colombia and basically sugar plantations and all kinds of stuff in Colombia, basically. And even drug plantations in Colombia and blah, blah. And the Colombians were very happy. And I had a great time. And once upon a time, Colombia was a very big part of the Union or whatever. America, basically. What I was. So, anyway, I had a couple really nice cities in Colombia. Anyway, that grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. And there was drugs and lots of sex. They had lots of children. So, anyway, whatever. So, anyway. Ricky Ricardo was from Colombia and probably had some knowledge of me. So, Lucifer, Lucy, you have some explaining to do. It's like, well, it's not exactly me, okay? I had nothing to do with the Bay of Pigs, I don't think, or something like that. I don't know. There was some psychopath in Colombia or something like that. I don't really know. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure. I've explained it to you the best I could. So, anyway.